It was the first Monday in April, 1949. A nurse on duty was watching over her wrinkly newborns as they lay silently in their cradles. These tiny hands and fingers were ready to take on the world, and 22-year-old Fern Riley was determined to give them the chance.
She was taking care of the babies in the nursery that evening, and the fire broke out in the hospital.
Erin Mueller remembers the story of her great aunt Fern and how she had been faced with the ultimate choice: save herself and walk away, or stay and somehow help her patients fight.
She could be heard saying that she couldn't leave her babies, so they found her later, her body covering the tin cribs that she had pushed towards the window.
Fern tried to be the barrier that blocked the flames from reaching the newborns. Only nothing and nobody could have helped. Her niece Roxy can only imagine her painful decision.
I'm sure she thought she couldn't save all of them, so, it would be hard to decide to save yourself and not be able to save someone else.
News of the baby's death shot echoing screams through the air. Don Eden, witness to it all, remembers the horror.
Well, the sad part about it, where everybody was hollering and going on, was they'd taken all these babies out of that Fern Riley's area.
One by one, they did. Babies wrapped in white sheets were carried away out of Fern's tight grasp. Charred beyond recognition, their only identification were hospital beads around their tiny necks.
And we were taking bodies out on that roof and then putting them on the ground, and the smell, you never get rid of that smell.
Headline after headline, death tolls continued to climb. 30 dead, 57, 65, 66.
By about 11 o'clock that next morning, it was pretty well contained, and they realized that there wasn't any more bodies to get out until after the fire was all the way out.
Confusion and hysteria tore people apart, their minds in disbelief. 60 years later, some of them still are.
They don't talk a whole lot about it. I don't know. It was probably pretty hard. My mom's talked more about it than my father.
10 babies are believed to have perished with Fern that night, but her legacy was left behind.
She was faced with that ultimate choice, and I think there's a lot of pride to be taken in what she did and what she gave.
In the end, Fern got her wish. She never had to leave those babies, nor let them die alone. In her arms is where she cradled them, and by her side they'll forever lay.